In the book of Lamentations, we find the prophet Jeremiah pouring out his heart during an immense suffering and despair. We see it through his words. And yet, even in his anguish, Jeremiah clings to the mercies and faithfulness of God. Here's what it says in Lamentations 3, verse 22 to 23. It says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Like Jeremiah, here are two hopes that we can really rely on when we face difficult situations or seasons. The first one is hope in the mercies of God. Jeremiah's words remind us that God's mercies, they're new every morning. This truth is a life-changing reality. Each day presents us with fresh opportunities to experience God's grace and faithfulness. And when we fix our thoughts on God's mercies, we open ourselves up to the possibility of something new happening in our lives, whether it's seizing new opportunities, forming new connections, or learning new lessons. Each day becomes meaningful as we walk in the purposes of God. Even on the darkest days, we can find hope in the promise that God's mercies are continually unfolding before us. And here's the second thing that we see in Lamentations: hope in the faithfulness of God. Despite the afflictions and despair that are described in Lamentations, Jeremiah anchors his hope in the unwavering faithfulness of God. While our feelings may fluctuate, God's faithfulness is what remains steadfast. It's crucial for us to cultivate this habit of remembrance, to recall all the times that God has come through for us, the promises that He's spoken over us through His Word, and the ways that He carries us through difficult seasons. When our minds are overwhelmed with doubt or despair, we can renew our hope by remembering that the same God who sacrificed His Son for us is with us in every moment of our lives. The words of Jeremiah and Lamentations offers us a roadmap for renewing our hope in God. By anchoring ourselves in His mercies and His faithfulness, we can navigate through some dark valleys with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. So what new mercies can you see before you today? And what moment of God's faithfulness in your life can you remember? As you hope on God's mercy and faithfulness, you will build bold faith.